Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Arsenal star set for a bigger role this season as a transfer approaches rejected. Arsenal have reportedly rejected multiple transfer offers for Portuguese midfielder Fabio Vieira this summer as he's had interest from clubs in the Bundesliga, Serie A, and the Saudi Pro League. That's according to Graeme Bailey of TBR, with the journalist explaining that Vieira looks set to have more of a key role for Mikel Arteta's side this season and that there are high hopes for the 24-year-old despite his limited impact in his time at the Emirates Stadium so far. Vieira has shown some potential in his 2 years at Arsenal, but he struggled to perform consistently, and that's seen him miss out on a regular place in Arteta's starting lineup. Still, it seems Arsenal have not been keen to make Vieira one of the players on their list for a potential sale this summer, with the Gunners said to have rejected multiple approaches for the player from clubs around Europe and in Saudi Arabia. We know that Arsenal do look to be making some player sales, so is it the right call to keep hold of Vieira while the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe and Reece Nelson could be on the way out? Arsenal fans will no doubt feel a special fondness for their homegrown players, which means there are surely a few who'd rather see Vieira leave than Smith-Rowe or Nelson, but at the same time, there is also potential there for Arsenal to make pure profit from selling former academy players. In this era of financial fair play, it's vital for clubs not to overspend and to balance the books, so keeping someone like Vieira over Smith-Rowe in the same position could end up being smart business. Brilliant Arsenal ace open to £35 million switch to Premier League rivals. As the new Premier League season appears over the horizon, so Mikel Arteta will be getting his Arsenal side ready for another title tilt. They have gradually edged closer to Man City over the past few seasons, and the Spaniard will surely be hoping that with a few studious transfer deals, the Gunners will finally get over the line. It would be their first title in over 20 years should they land it, and it would stop Pep Guardiola from becoming the first manager in the English top flight to win 5 titles in a row. Incredibly, it would be their 7th in 8 years if they could achieve it. There is no secret to what will be required from the North Londoners: hard work, desire, goals, and a bit of luck along the way. Every single player needs to be at it every week, and if they can retain their high level throughout the 24-25, there is no reason why the trophy won't be held aloft at the Emirates Stadium next May. One player that's unlikely to be basking in any potential glory, however, is a brilliant attacking midfielder, Emil Smith-Rowe, as the Athletics transfer expert David Ornstein noted on X. The 23-year-old is expected to undergo a medical and finalized terms with London rivals Fulham after the Cottagers made a bid for his services worth up to £35 million. Given that the player didn't complete a single 90 minutes during the 23-24, there is a cogent argument that he won't be missed by the Gunners, but he is still a supreme young talent who, if he stays free of injury, could have a real impact at Craven Cottage. Arsenal might well end up regretting letting a player with so much of his career ahead of him leave at this point. Riccardo Calafiori signing paves way for Arsenal star to head for the exit door. Arsenal are set to sign Bologna and Italy defender Riccardo Calafiori. The defender will become Arsenal's second major signing of the summer transfer window after they completed a deal to sign goalkeeper David Raya in a permanent move. The Gunners have also signed Tommy Setford and Lucas Nygaard for their under-21 side, but only 2 first-team signings have been made so far, with the second one not officially announced yet. Calafiori can play as a centre-back and a left-back, and his arrival could push one Arsenal player out of the club. Jakub Kivior, who joined Arsenal 18 months ago, could now be heading out of the club. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, the defender has given his approval to a move to Inter Milan this summer. Although Mikel Arteta wants to keep the Poland international at the club, but the interest from the Italian champions is concrete, and the defender is ready to accept their offer of a new challenge in Serie A. Kivior appears ready to return to Italy after arriving from Spezia in January 2023. The defender was a useful player for Arsenal last season and played most of the time at left back. Since the start of the year, he made the left back position his own and regularly started for the Gunners, providing Arteta defensive quality in that position, which Zinchenko was unable to provide. The North Londoners are set to lose a key player, but they are getting a worthy replacement in Calafiori. The Italian defender helped Bologna qualify for the Champions League, and his performances for the Italian national team at the Euros this summer caught the attention of some of the biggest clubs. He will be a like-to-like replacement of Kivior and will most likely play in the left-back position as the centre-back and the right-back positions are decided at the club. The Gunners are expected to make more moves in the transfer window this summer, and a striker as well as a midfielder could be signed. Arsenal engaged in talks with the Premier League club regarding loan transfer of versatile attacker. Newly promoted side Leicester City have reportedly opened talks with Arsenal regarding a move for Reece Nelson. As per Fabrizio Romano, writing on X, the Foxes have opened talks with the Gunners for the forward. The deal is expected to be an initial loan with an obligation to make it permanent. He shared the following: Leicester City opened talks with Arsenal for Reece Nelson, loan deal with obligation to buy, in talks over financial terms with Arsenal. Leicester confident they can persuade Nelson if the clubs come to terms, as he previously worked with Steve Cooper. Nelson is an Arsenal Academy product who broke into the first team in 2019 and has made 89 appearances for the club, scoring 8 goals and making 9 assists. He was loaned to Dutch side Feyenoord in 2021 for a season where he made 32 appearances, scoring 4 goals and assisting 7. Last season, he only made 15 appearances for Arsenal in the Premier League and 24 across all competitions, scoring only 1 goal and assisting 3. It's now surprised that the club are looking to offload him, as he has not been able to establish himself as a regular under Arteta. A move to Leicester will help the versatile attacker revive his career under a manager he has played under before, when Cooper managed England under 17s. Everything pointing towards Arsenal beating Barcelona to midfielder transfer. Arsenal are reportedly now looking like the most likely next destination for Real Sociedad midfielder Mikel Merino, as Barcelona may struggle to afford the transfer. The Spain international has also been linked with Atletico Madrid, but would prefer to play in the Premier League, according to a report from Sport. The report makes it clear that their understanding is that Arsenal now look the clear favourites to sign Merino, with Barca also looking unable to do the deal, as they would first have to raise funds from the sale of Frankie de Jong. Merino has shone in La Liga and had a strong Euro 2024 with the Spanish national side as well, so he looks ideal to give Mikel Arteta better options in that defensive midfield role, as Thomas Partey is not getting any younger and missed much of last season through injury. Speaking exclusively to Cout Offside for his daily briefing column, Fabrizio Romano explained that Arsenal looked like they were facing competition from Barcelona and Atletico Madrid for Merino rather than Chelsea and Manchester United, despite the links to the contrary. He said, Mikel Merino, despite links with Chelsea and Man United, I'm only aware of Arsenal, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid's interest. Still, at the moment, there has been no official bid to Real Sociedad yet, so let's see how it goes in the next days. Arsenal's focus now is on completing the Ricardo Scalafiori deal, But in my opinion, Merino would be an excellent signing, quality, consistency, good on the international stage. He is a good opportunity on the market with just 1 year left on his deal. It remains to be seen how things will progress now, but it seems that sports seem confident things are moving in Arsenal's favour, so perhaps Gunners fans would do well to keep an eye out for updates in the coming days. Fabrizio Romano gives "Here we go" to deal every Arsenal fan has been waiting for. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has placed his famous "Here we go" tagline on Arsenal's move for Bologna defender Riccardo Calafiori after trying to wrap up a deal for the Italy international for weeks. The Gunners agreed personal terms with the centre-back, having offered the 22-year-old a 5-year deal worth €4 million per season. However, it was club to club issues that held the transfer up. The biggest issue was between Bologna and Calafiori's former club Basel, as the Serie A side out the Swiss giants 50% of any sale. That is a very large chunk of a transfer fee to have to give up, and therefore the Italians tried to find ways for them to get more money out of the deal. Eventually, Arsenal would reach an agreement with Bologna over a transfer fee, with the Premier League club set to part ways with €40 million plus €5 million in add-ons for the centre-back. A sell-on clause is also included in the deal, but Basel and Bologna still needed to agree on the payment terms of their agreed 50% sell-on clause. According to Fabrizio Romano, everything has now been agreed between all the parties involved, and Calafiori is on his way to Arsenal to start a new chapter in his career. The signing of Calafiori is one Arsenal fans have been waiting for, and supporters are right to be excited about the arrival of the 22-year-old, as he is the perfect fit for the North London club. It's not hard to see why the Premier League team wants Calafiori, as the Italian star is one of the brightest young defenders in Europe at present. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.